we have
Once for all meat slicer.
this thing comes apart. I'm playing with this a little bit, got a little blood right there. Nice raw meat is always good for company. We lock that piece. It actually suction cups this down to the table. You can see this suction cup right here. Push that down, push that there. It's on there tight. You want to make sure that you don't just stop there on the lever. Let me show this way. You want to make sure that this lever doesn't just stop right there. That's not fully locked. It could slip. We want that to go all the way just like that. It's very nice. Unlock that once again. Let's push that down. We'll do this one more time. And all the way, locking that all the way. This is the blades. The blades are fantabulous. This is like the 16th inch separation blade there for slicing. You take this little guy out. Now we have two sets of blades. Put this to the side. We have this one, which is 1/4 inch cuts of meat. And we're going to go ahead and cut this steak right here with the 1/4 inch blade. We just set this guy down in the little hopper, just like that. We're going to hold the handle. I want to do it this way so you can get a good view on this. You just slide it back and forth. Slide it back and forth. Slide and keep holding the handle. Keep your hand safe. You don't want your hand anywhere under those blades. Hold the handle and you just slide it back and forth, working it back and forth like so. Like so. Nice back and forth action on this. And it just slices right through that meat all the way to the bottom. Watch this. Whoa, isn't that awesome? Look at those pieces of meat that we just cut right there. Oh man, this makes some seriously nice, uniformly sliced meat. I got a question for you. When cutting meat, would you rather do it this way, single blade, one slice at a time? Is this how you like to cut meat? Just one slice at a time? One slice at a time? Is this how you typically cut meat? I'll show you a different way. How about we cut off a big chunk, just like that. Cut off a big chunk of meat. We'll put our meat in the hopper, and we're going to use the 16th inch blade cuts. Would you rather cut one piece at a time, ununiformed? Or how about this? Use the Once for All meat slicer. Grab hold of this by the handle. Keep your hand free from under the blades. Watch this. We're just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. In the time it took to do one piece, we're already through it. Watch this. Watch this. Look at these pieces. The Once for All meat slicer. Nice thin, nice thin. You could take and separate those blades to make it thicker if you want. But in the time that it took to cut one piece, we've cut, oh, I don't know, there's probably 15, 16, 17 different pieces of meat right here. Look at that. All cut very uniformly, very nicely. Ready for the frying pan, ready for you to season, ready for you to make jerky. This is the way to go. You say, oh, I want thicker slices. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and just remove this blade right here, this apparatus. We're going to set that aside. Now we're going to make slices a 1/4 inch thick. What we're going to do is just going to go ahead and lop us off another section of this meat right here. We're going to throw that right on in there. Watch how quick. Watch how quick. Now we're already locked down. We're going to take and just use this apparatus, and look at that. In the time that it would take to do one cut, we just cut. We'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 pieces, just like that. Oh, you can go ahead and go back to the old method if you want. Look at this. There's a piece. That's not too bad, but that's just one. How about now we get down to this one? Let's do another. Yeah, you can go ahead and do the old method just like this all you want. Not me. I'm going to use the Once for All meat slicer. It is fantabulous. I hope you pick one up today. Got another idea for our meat slicer. Let's just say you don't want strips of meat. You actually want just pieces, like small pieces of meat. Let's go ahead and put a couple of these crossways into the meat slicer. So we're just going to lay this in here crossways like so. Nice. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these, and let's cut them so they'll go in sideways. Let's cut them once, and instead of having to cut, see, this is what you'd have to do if you're going to do small pieces of meat. You'd have to do this. Let's see if we can't get this type of a result out of this meat slicer, and we can do this. Take that once for all meat slicer on the 1/4 inch setting. We're going to hold on to the handle. Let's just go ahead and work through it and see if we can't get some good cross-section pieces out of this meat now. Move that to the side. This is what we did with the knife in just a couple of seconds. Look at that. Look at that. Our pieces now, we went from strips just to these pieces, and how quick was that? We spent a couple seconds on that, and this even less, and all of a sudden we have all this meat right here, and it's all ready. It's all cut in small pieces just by doing a cross-section cut with our meat slicer. That's all. Look at that. Look at the pile of meat already cut up like that, or same amount of time, just a couple pieces. What are you going to do? This is a time saver in the kitchen. It cuts more uniform meat. This is a game changer, whether it's jerky, whether it's something like this, where you're going to cook more of a stir fry potentially, want your meat a little smaller, not long strips. This is the once for all meat slicer. It's amazing. You got to get yourself one today.